Hello guys, welcome to my channel once again. Last September 2025, we had an amazing opportunity to travel to the south of Israel. First, we passed through Beersheba, the largest city in the Negev desert of southern Israel, often referred to as the capital of the Negev. It is the center of the fourth most populous metropolitan area in Israel, with a population of 218,995, the second largest city in the area after Jerusalem. So here we are in Beersheba Lake, one of the largest artificial lakes in the world. It covers about 23 acres and it is entirely filled with effluent water. About 167 acres of the park are dedicated to lawns, wooden areas, picnic areas, hiking and biking trails, and leisure and recreation areas. The lake is one of the largest artificial lakes in the world. It is considered the second largest lake in Israel after the Sea of Galilee. And at last, after 1.5 hour travel from our place in Rishon LeZion, we arrived at Shivta National Park. It contains the well-preserved ruins of a Nabatean and Byzantine city in the Negev desert, known for its advanced irrigation system and as a stop of the ancient incense route. Visitors can explore Byzantine-era churches, homes, columbria, or dovecotes, and vineyards, experiencing what was once a sophisticated desert metropolis. The site is a UNESCO World Heritage Site recognized as part of the desert cities of the Negev. What to see and do? First is the Byzantine churches. Discovered the remarkable remains of 3 churches from the Byzantine period. The second is the advanced water system. Marvel at the sophisticated dams, canals, and reservoirs that allowed this desert city to thrive. The third is the ancient architecture. Wander through the tiled streets, houses, and restored sections of the city. The fourth is the columbria or the dovecotes. Observe the stone towers where pigeons were raised for food and their droppings were used as fertilizers. And last is the Nabatean orchard. See a reconstructed orchard demonstrating the growing methods of the Nabateans. History and significance. Nabatean origins. The city was founded in the early Roman period by the Nabateans. Byzantine prosperity. It flourished during the Byzantine era from 5th to 7th century CE as an important stop on the incense route, linking the spice trade from the east to ports on the Mediterranean. UNESCO World Heritage. Shivta is part of the UNESCO-recognized series of desert cities of the Negev, which were part of the incense route. History of Shivta. Shivta was founded around 1 century BCE and housed a mixed population of Romans and Nabateans. 2 magnificent churches from the Byzantine era can be seen in the village, as well as meticulous architecture belonging to buildings such as the governor's house, oil presses, and the impressive water collection and storage system, which is seen via a comprehensive network of drains throughout the city streets. No water was wasted amid the harsh desert conditions. The city of Shifta was abandoned following the Muslim conquest. Unlike most cities in the Negev, it was not destroyed, giving evidence to the fact that the population left without a battle. Also evidenced by the fact that many windows and doors of houses were blocked up with bricks in anticipation that residents would return. It was not until the 20th century that archaeologists rediscovered the city and began excavating, and in 2005, the city was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site as a testament to this. Shifta is located in the extreme west of Israel, very close to the border with Egypt. The national park is free to enter, and whilst there is no visitor center, a unique restaurant preparing a typical desert fare and guest house, which has been opened by a family on the edge of the ruins in the house built by the first archaeologists to excavate the site, can provide visitors with information about the site. The park is open in summer from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and in winter from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., closing at 1 hour earlier on Fridays and holiday eves. Accessing Shifta is easiest by car from the Tlalim Junction on Road 40, the main road from Beersheba heading south to Mitzpe Ramon, turn right, Road 211, drive west 15 km, then turn left junction at about 10 minutes. Highlights of the ancient city of Shifta. Nabatean farmlands with irrigation can be seen adjacent to the archaeological remains, and the reconstructed orchard brings to life an ancient farm complete with fruits and nut trees. Roman remains from the 1st century BC can be seen in the southern part of the site. Byzantine structures at Shifta include a large church and two smaller ones, as well as wine presses and homes. The southern church was built over in a Nabatean ritual building. You can still see remains of the church columns, paving, apses, and baptistry. The northern church could have been the largest of the three. The walls have survived to a height of 10 meters, and there is an atrium that enters into a large prayer hall. The Western Gate. Shifta was not protected by a wall or fortifications, which is unique among the desert cities. However, the houses along the external side of the city were built in a continuous wall-like line. The example below of the western side of the city shows that the external side of the houses are aligned along a straight line. In the center of the city are two large pools with a capacity over 2,000 cubic meters. They served as public water reservoirs. This desert area is very dry with an average annual rainfall of 200 mm, and the reservoirs were vital for the water supply. The pools are located in a huge square near the southern church, which is seen behind the southern pool. Another view of the southern pool, which was excavated. The maintenance of cleaning the public pools was carried out by turn. An inscription of a clay ostraka indicates that the task was cleaning, assigned every month to one or more families. The Southern Church. The Southern Church is the oldest in Shifta, dated to the middle of the 4th century AD. Its location is of the double pools. The church design is a triple apse basilica with a long nave separated by two rows of columns. Its size is 23.35 meter by 17.30 meter and oriented to the east, facing Jerusalem. Its original design in the middle of the 4th century AD was a single hall with two square rooms, the pastoporia on both sides alongside a single altar. In the first hall of the 6th century, the side apses replaced these rooms, and the design changed from a mono-apsidal to a tri-apsidal design as is found today. This design change was found in other churches in the Holy Land. Notice the opening of the cistern, which is located under the pavement. There are several rooms and chapels around the church that may have served as part of the monastery. They were added at a later phase after the basilica was constructed. First addition was in the 5th century and later in the 7th century. The room on the south side of the church has a pile of fragments of stone still waiting to be assembled. Another room around the church. A decorated stone with a cross in the center and two geometric forms on its side.
The baptistry.
A baptistry is built on the northwest side of the church. It is designed similar to the baptistries near the northern church of Avdat and the eastern church of Mamshit. In the larger pool, which is the shape of a cross, adults were immersed in the water during the process of conversion to Christianity. There is also a mosque, evidence of the Muslim presence during the 7th to the 9th century, seen in the small hall situated on the north side of the southern church. The Governor's House. The main eastern street continues from the southern church up north along the center of the city. It starts with a staircase, then the street continues on straight. Ruins of residential buildings are located on both its sides. Along the street are water channels that collected the rainwater down to the pools. After 70 meters, a plaza is reached, and on its north end is a remarkable structure. This structure is a private dwelling complex with a tall tower and was nicknamed by the cold expedition as the Governor's House. The total area of the complex is 659 square meters and is composed of 3 residential units. The Governor's House location and the structure may have been a private house or a part of a monastery connected with the adjoining central church. According to Segal, it was first constructed in the 4th to 5th century as a 4 residential units with a total of 30 rooms. Then in the 5th to 6th, 7th century, one of the residential units was demolished and rebuilt as a church, while the other units became administrative center. Relatively uniquely, Shifta was never destroyed, and whilst over time many of the structures collapsed, having been restored by archaeologists. Walking through the ruins really presents the feeling of walking through what was once a real, live city and not just a pile of ruins.